Hi, I'm Beverly Holden, and today I want to share some lessons that I've learned as a result of, attending a church, a very authoritarian church for 30 years. Last week I explained that I quit the church and why, but I learned a lot of lessons through that whole experience. So please allow me to share my story in hopes that it may help others who perhaps are going through some similar experiences themselves. So, as I said, I attended church for 30 years. It was not mainstream. There were a lot of interesting doctrines, we'll say. Anyway, I nobody forced me. I allowed the church to tell me what to do, what to believe, how to live my life. And I submitted. I submitted to the church, submitted to my husband, made sure my children obeyed their parents, and I was very sincere. Um, the problem was, though, that I had given my power away. I had, I was basically faceless for 30 years because my opinions, my beliefs, my ideas didn't matter. I was just to accept what the church taught. If I didn't, I would be kicked out. So that's not um, unusual for a number of churches to have, excommunication or disfellowshipping, whatever you want to call it. But there are certain doctrines you obey. If you don't, then don't come here anymore. So I was a dutiful church member for a long time. And then the authorities laid a bombshell on the congregation when they said, what we've been teaching you all these years has not been correct. And when that happened, it pulled the foundation out from under me. I didn't know what to believe. I didn't know what to think because I'd been letting them do my thinking for me. I had let them be responsible for how to live my life. So the big lesson there is I had given my power away and it was time for me to take it back. So I went to a counselor and I said, look, I don't know what I believe. I don't know what's right or wrong. Can you help me? And she gave me wonderful advice. She said, well, you're free to believe whatever you want. And I said, what? How do I know what's right or wrong? And she said, well, you don't. But you could just you can study all kinds of different religions, spirituality, different teachings, and then you decide what resonates with you. What do you feel comfortable with? What touches your heart? What in your gut do you feel is correct? Because there had been times when I ignored my own inner guidance. There were times when it didn't feel right, but I felt like I need to obey anyway. There are times when my husband made decisions that I didn't agree with, but I went along with them anyway because that's what a good wife does. I didn't allow myself, nobody forced me, but I just didn't allow myself to have opinions, beliefs of my own. I let, isn't it easier to let somebody else be responsible to tell you how to live your life rather than taking ownership of it? I don't know that I really said that out loud to myself, but that's basically what I did. So I had some lessons to learn there, and I have no regrets. I understand that all experiences are valid and we learn from all of them. But now I know in my heart of hearts what I believe, that I believe that God is love, that God loves us unconditionally. And when I say unconditional, that means it doesn't matter what we do or don't do. In the end, God loves us no matter what. Now we learn from our When we choose the absence of love, where there are consequences and there's suffering, and we learn from that. When we make choices that feels good, that's loving, we learn from that. So I see things a lot differently than I did before. Um, I've taken my power back, and I'm responsible for my life and how I live it now without somebody else telling me what to believe and what to do. I hope this helps someone that's listening. Um, Next week, I want to share another lesson I learned. I learned so many things from this experience. I hope you'll join me. Thank you.